Hey everybody, this is JoshSDH and welcome back. We're back in 1.8 and you'll notice that the splash screen's a little bit different because I was using the Minecraft Workbench and Chunk Error branded ones, and I apologize because those are only supposed to be used for Minecraft Workbench or Chunk Error events or videos. So thank you again to Fuzzy for sending me in like 5 minutes flat this personalized one, and I do really appreciate it. So right now what we're doing is we're going to explore a river, and I thought, what's the best way to explore a river? On a boat. And so I'm at the mouth of a river. You can see it starts at this ocean into the islands, and we're just going to see how far we can get while boating and kind of chatting about the things going on in Minecraft. So with all of the new features, the new biomes, the new built, man-made, quote-unquote, or the NPC-built type structures, so these villages, these strongholds, the abandoned mines, it really is adding to the feel of being in the existing world. And so it's changing the feel of the survival game a little bit. Even though there's no NPCs at this point, Minecraft before has always kind of been this, you're on an abandoned island, abandoned continent, you're the last person alive type of feel, surviving the zombie invasion, or the mutated monster creeper attack, or whatever you want to call it. By having these structures coming up, though, that you did not build, it's starting to turn the single-player game into something a little different, and I think I really like it. And that's why I'm super intrigued to see how NPCs will have a part in creating this populated world. You still might be, the only human on this alien planet. You never know. The NPCs, I'm really hoping they'll be pigmen, or even better, I saw a tweet where they might have randomized faces, so maybe you'll get a village of pigmen, or a village of, cowmen or something. Who knows? That would be awesome. So you still might be the only humanoid, depending on your skin. Of course, you could always become a pigman yourself. But I think it's different. It's different than being the only sentient type, I can build type creature on a world. And so it's very different. And so, I'm intrigued to see how this plays out. And I'm really excited for 1.8 to be officially released. I'm also thinking ahead, and I'm really excited for 1.9 with the addition of NPCs, hopefully. So one thing you'll notice here, and I'm floating here, I think, yep, there you go. You'll see that there's clay, and it's underwater. From the other videos I've seen so far, clay is only appearing underwater now, but it is much more plentiful. So it's a little harder to get, but way more plentiful. And so let's see on our river tour here. We're going along. It looks like the river's cutting through a forest. That's nice. And we might actually be going out into an ocean. So the river wasn't exactly all that long, and that's okay. Not too worried about that. Oh, look, we can watch the sunset here. Where are we looking? Right over here. Let me get out of the boat and fly up and watch the sunset. So I am on creative, obviously, since I'm flying right now, and we're watching the sun go down. And you can see the lighting does look really nice. I like the job they did with the ambient lighting and the environmental lighting. It looks really slick. I guess there's still some issues out there with the bottom of glowstone or the bottom of lava having different glow vectors, but you know what? I don't really look at the bottom of glowstone. I know there's folks who like to embed it in ceilings for lights, and I totally get that. But for the most part, I'm really impressed with the change in the lighting. And look how pretty that is. You have the sky moving away. Well, I should probably hide my UI. You have the sky going down, the sun's disappearing, and a really nice transition. I will say, though, it does seem like day and night are a lot quicker now, and the transition seems to be quite a bit quicker. The nice thing, though, and right now I don't know if it's a bug or a feature, but in single-player survival mode you can do this as well. But if you hit F6 and F7, you can change day. It makes sense in creative mode. We can sit here and speed through all sorts of days, and that's kind of cool. It makes it look like it's a time lapse, but it's not. But I don't know if that's intended to be enabled in single-player right now, and it is. Or at least it was on mine, so unless I did something wrong and broke it, it does work on my single player. So let's fly around again. Let's see if we can find another river. I kind of like them. So you'll see that the biomes, as we mentioned earlier, they're huge. Absolutely huge. Look at this forest. I mean, it's a proper forest. I love it. One thing that I have heard, and a few folks seem to be complaining, is I guess the build height limit is right at cloud level now. So it's true, clouds won't go through your building, because I guess you can't build higher than this. I'll have to test that later and actually see. But, if that's the case, that's okay. I wasn't a big fan of having clouds go through my buildings anyway, although I know for some people that was part of the design factor, and then they factored that in on purpose for whatever reason. So we got another river here. And so you can see, the rivers are pretty large. And it's actually, does this one end? Yeah, it goes to the ocean. But, rivers are all fun and good. Why don't we take our tour underground and go into one of these pits and see if we can find anything interesting? And this time I'm actually going to remember, once we get down there, to change my brightness so that way you can all see the effect of the new lighting. Oh, that's not a pit. I mean, yes, I'm in creative mode, so I could just dig my way down pretty quickly. But I want to see if I can find an exposed cave, so we'll just keep flying over to this desert biome. So yeah, I'm really excited about the single-player game and some of the changes that's going to kind of entail, at least with the feel of the game. And, you know, I know there's probably not a lot of folks who are going, ooh, Minecraft lore. But, you know, the background, the feel, the why am I on this planet, that's kind of important to me as I'm playing games. And so I am intrigued at this kind of change. It's subtle, but it does it adds a little bit more to the kind of the role-playing experience for folks who are into that. All right, so across this little lake, we start seeing a swamp. And so here's a swamp biome. When the swamp biome, the easiest way to tell is you have a lot of trees with vines, and a lot of these trees actually go into water, kind of like a cypress or such. But look at these trees. Look at these vines. Maybe I'm moving too fast. I love it. The other thing I really like about this implementation of the creative world is it's still a populated world. You still have the mobs. You still have the animals. You still have terrain to build off of. It's just that you're going to be getting it's like a little low marshland. It is very swampy. Very cool. You still have all of those things, and so it feels like a real world versus some of the other creative worlds where it's, it's just a flat plane and you build on it, which is awesome. And there's some amazing buildings out there, and that makes it easier for folks to kind of design them and build them. I totally get that. But again, I like the idea of being in a world. So what I'm going to do now, since I'm not finding any... Oh, wait. Is this a cave down here? Maybe? Hey, squid. Surface squid. Nope, no cave. We're just going to come and fly. Let's see. Let's cross this ocean. Let's see how big the ocean is. And if it goes too long, I'll cut out and we'll just speed up the flying. Actually, nope, not too bad. There's a little island. I love all these little islands. I mean, it's really, and with oceans this big, it's going to give me a purpose to go ahead and make like a lighthouse and really have some fun with setting up some waterfronts and waterfront properties. Like I'm going to be selling Minecraft land plots. Hey, come move to Minecraft. All right, let's see here. With that chunk area, I can see some tunnels down there, but an entrance? No. So we'll keep flying as the game's coming in. I do have all my graphics maxed, and I'm recording, and so my frame rate keeps dropping from anywhere from 60 to 15, so sorry for the stutter effect. We are generating a world. I'm pretty high up, so my view distance is probably too far. So let's walk around the common folks. Oh yeah, if you haven't noticed, look at this down here. The pigs have 3D snouts now. They're not just part of the texture. They actually come off. Well, now stop looking directly at me, pig. Off the sides. So yeah, the pigs are more realistic. How cool is that? Let's see. Anything else interesting over here? Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out till we find a cave, and then I will be back in a bit. So we'll see you in a few. Hang tight. So here we are. I found a cave, and as you can see, it is dark. So as I promised this time I'd remember, I'm going to change the options to show you how it changes from dark to bright. And so, it's still darkish. You're still going to want torches, but you can see much more detail without any editing on my part. In fact, look at this. I found diamond! Now, diamond's all well and good and awesome, of course, but when you're on creative, not really that impressive. Let's see how many there were. 4... Yeah, it looks like there's 4 of them. Lots of gold. Look at this. I mean, the caves are great. So while we're exploring in here, what we're really looking for is an abandoned mine shaft. And so we'll see if we can find any of those. Oops, I'm on fire. Sounded like a spider. So the abandoned mine shafts are great because they're underground. And if you haven't seen one, and if I don't find one, there's some really excellent videos out there. You'll want to check them out. Of course, Yogscast is doing a great job. Welsh Pixie has an awesome video. So you get an opportunity to see all of these different features in the terrain. I think Luckland did one as well. Yeah, he has one. I think it's him and Chimney. So go ahead and check those out because honestly, I'm not finding one. And as you could probably tell from my other videos, I've not really done a lot of Let's Plays, mostly because I don't know how much and how entertaining that is for you all. Because the game's so great, you should be playing it. I just like showing you off all the cool things that others are doing and that are happening here. But if you think a Let's Play would be fun to watch, that was interesting. A weird little light bug. More diamond. Let me know. And so again, on creative, instant punching. Ooh. And I fell through the void. And now I'm dying. So yeah, creative, you can actually punch through the bedrock even. That's interesting. I didn't think that would be allowed, but guess it is. That makes me wonder. I wonder if I have bedrock. Let's make it day. I wonder if I have bedrock on my in my inventory. Oops. Went too far. There we go. Wow, it's stop. There. Okay. Let's see here. Is there bedrock? Yeah, there is. So I can actually place bedrock. Interesting. Well, so that's going to be something that if you're a server mod and you don't really want your other admins, or a server admin, you don't really want people placing bedrock around, make sure you put that as part of your rules. Although I'm sure people can mod and make limited inventories and all that jazz. So I think that's going to do it. Kind of just exploring, sharing my thoughts on Minecraft. And this will probably be the last video. Oh, there's another cave. This will be the last video I'm going to do for now. If there are things, though, in the comments that you all want to see, and you leave me a comment, I will probably shoot one this afternoon and either answer the questions or go ahead and find those things for you in the game if I can. I would love to find a stronghold, so if I'm wandering around and I find one of those, I will definitely make a video for that. However, there's only one per world, and I don't know how rare or if there's any type of rule and, you know, after X distance is traveled, generated, or anything like that. So until I do find one of those, this will probably be it for today, unless you leave me some comments. So leave questions, comments, things you want to see, and I'll hopefully be able to bring it to you. Thanks all, and we'll catch you later. Keep on digging.